Hello, and welcome to our channel Pursuit of Wealth. This channel is your ultimate destination for learning about finance and wealth, investing and crypto, informational and educational trends in finance management. If you are someone who wishes to become a millionaire and are looking for smart money management options, then we are fortunate to have found each other. In today's video, we're going to discuss everything about the best cannabis or marijuana stocks of 2022. Many investors are hoping to benefit from the marijuana market, which is predicted to quadruple in value by 2025. As more states and nations legalize or decriminalize cannabis and its components, entrepreneurs and current businesses will have more chances. However, like with any young sector, there are several investing hazards. This guide will rapidly get you up to speed and covers our best marijuana stock selections. Some major companies that are involved in the exploration, examination, production, distribution, and sale of medicinal and recreational products of marijuana make up the marijuana business. Moreover, it has now begun to acquire greater popularity, and it has been authorized for recreational, medical, and other purposes in an increasing number of countries, jurisdictions, and states. Canopy Growth Corp., Tilray Inc., and Kronos Group Inc. are three of the largest marijuana firms. These firms have been consistently focusing on investing in all the tools and required equipment to speed up sales growth and revenue development. Besides, many large marijuana firms have continued to incur significant financial losses. To discover the top marijuana stocks with the lowest price-to-sales or P/S ratio over the last 12 months, one can use a rough assessment of a company's worth for enterprises in the early phases of development or sectors that are experiencing severe shocks. When a company with larger sales achieves or recovers to profitability, it could be able to earn more profit. The price-to-sales ratio is a highly effective method that tells how much one is going to pay for a stock for every dollar of revenue it generates. The marijuana industry, an overview. Let's go through some of the fundamentals you should know before buying marijuana stocks. The marijuana sector is organized into two categories: medical marijuana, recreational marijuana. Cannabis growers and merchants cultivate, package, and sell cannabis products to customers. Cannabis-based medicinal medications are developed and marketed by biotechnology businesses. Cannabis ancillary firms provide products and services to cannabis enterprises without actually working with the plant. Medical marijuana is permitted in a far larger number of nations than recreational marijuana, although cannabis is still banned at the federal level in the United States. However, a rising number of states have legalized cannabis for medicinal and/or recreational use. The quick rise of the U.S. cannabis industry has translated into excellent growth for U.S.-based cannabis firms. Still, marijuana companies in Canada, where the plant is already completely legal nationally, are growing more slowly. Canada is one of the legal marketplaces throughout the world where supply is surpassing demand, resulting in lower cannabis costs. Cannabis is widely used for medicinal as well as recreational purposes. Medical cannabis users receive recommendations or prescriptions from doctors to use cannabis or cannabis extracts to treat medical problems. Recreational cannabis users are those who buy marijuana or cannabis extracts for the sole purpose of having fun. It is required that they must be at least 18 years old and live in a state where recreational cannabis usage is allowed. Effects of COVID-19 on marijuana industry. COVID-19 has wreaked havoc on practically every sector of the world economy, including the cannabis market. Cannabis dispensaries have been certified as critical enterprises in various states around the United States. During the initial time of the pandemic and lockdowns, cannabis sales soared in certain areas owing to a greater anxiety and more time spent at home. Marijuana producers and sellers, as well as auxiliary suppliers that provide gardening materials and other items to these businesses, profited. Not all cannabis businesses, however, have fared well throughout the epidemic. Customer visitation at recreational cannabis merchants in tourist hotspots like Las Vegas has decreased, prompting some of these outlets to focus on home delivery. Companies faced logistical difficulties, which hampered sales and research growth. In the medical field, people postponed doctor appointments, resulting in a decrease in the number of new patients. Companies in the biotech industry have faced logistical obstacles that have hampered sales and research. Following the COVID-19 outbreak, several cannabis enterprises in the United States appear to be doing well. Several Canadian marijuana enterprises, however, continue to confront challenges, with retail cannabis shop prohibitions still in place. Now, let's discuss some of the most prominent firms you can look for to invest in cannabis stocks. Sundial Growers, Inc. It is a diversified cannabis firm established in Canada that is focused on the harvesting, production, processing, and sale of a variety of cannabis products. The firm is an industry leader in inhalable for the adult-use cannabis market in Canada. Its branded goods come in a variety of formats, including flower, vape, pre-roll, and other variations. In November, Sundial's board of directors authorized a fresh share repurchase program, allowing the business to buy back up to 100 million Canadian dollars, or $78.6 million, of its outstanding ordinary shares. On November 19, 2022, the buyback program will come to an end. Cresco Labs Inc. Cresco Labs Inc. is a cannabis company that produces as well as distributes its products. The corporation has manufacturing services and industrial-scale facilities in 10 different states. Cresco, High Supply, Reserve, Mindy's, Wonder Wellness Co., Good News, Floracal Farms, and Sunnyside are among the company's brands. In the United States, Cresco's stocks are also traded over-the-counter under the symbol CRLBF. According to the business, the purchase of Laurel Harvest Labs, LLC, a vertically integrated clinical registrant located in Pennsylvania, was completed in December. The acquisition, which has a total closing consideration value of $80 million, was initially disclosed in mid-October. Arena Pharmaceuticals, Inc. Arena Pharmaceuticals, Inc. is a clinical-stage biopharmaceutical business concentrating on the fields of gastrointestinal, dermatology, and cardiology. It presently lacks any medications or items that have been authorized for use by a regulatory body. Innovative Industrial Properties, Inc. Industrial Properties, Inc. is one of the renowned and leading real estate investment trusts, or REITs, that specializes in the purchase, development, administration, and disposal of industrial properties leased to tenants in the regulated medicinal cannabis business. Innovative Industrial Properties announced in October that it had acquired a 201,000 square foot industrial property in California and entered into a long-term lease with Gold Flora LLC. The company's portfolio consists of specialized industrial and greenhouse buildings leased to state-licensed medical-use cannabis cultivators across the United States. The property was purchased for $51.0 million. Gold Flora is a vertically integrated cannabis company with a lot of expertise in the regulated market. The business is developing Oloronab, a cannabinoid-based medication for relieving pain associated with gastrointestinal illnesses. In mid-December, the company announced that it had agreed to be bought by Pfizer Inc., PFE, for $6.7 billion. The purchase is scheduled to finalize in the first part of this year, pending regulatory approval. Green Thumb Industries, a company that specializes in environmentally friendly products. Green Thumb Industries, OTC, GTBIF, runs 13 production facilities and owns retail cannabis outlets in 12 states across the United States. Green Thumb has 96 retail cannabis licenses, but has only opened a little more than half of that number. This firm is benefiting from huge development in its home state, with the legal recreational marijuana market in Illinois set to start in the first half of 2020. The firm has enormous growth potential, as well as the possibility to expand into new states such as New Jersey and New York. The operator is projected to execute tenant upgrades on the property, for which Innovative Industrial Properties will pay the operator $9.0 million, increasing the property's total planned investment to $60.0 million. Jushi Holdings, Inc. It is cannabis and industrial hemp-based assets holding business. Trade, supply, cultivation, and processing operations of the products are all part of the company's operations. The bank focuses on vegetal genetics and farming. The lab specializes in cannabis-based vape products and concentrates. Nira makes physician-formulated CBD products, and Nira Plus makes medicinal THC products. Sesh sells a variety of branded crushed and floored cannabis products, and Tasteology sells THC-imbued products. Jushi is also in the business of trading on the OTC market in the United States. Just last year, the firm stated that it had agreed to pay $62.5 million for New Leaf Inc., a vertically unified operator. Jazz Pharmaceuticals, a pharmaceutical company based in New York. In May 2021, Jazz Pharmaceuticals, Nasdaq, Jazz, purchased GW Pharmaceuticals, a cannabis-focused biotech business. Epidiolex, a cannabis-based treatment development by GW Pharmaceuticals, is the first to be authorized by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA. Epidiolex, a drug that treats two uncommon types of pediatric epilepsy, is consistently outselling forecasts. With the COVID-19 pandemic, new patient beginnings for Epidiolex slowed marginally, but the company's revenue growth remained high. In August 2020, the FDA authorized Epidiolex for the treatment of tuberous sclerosis complex, or TSC, a rare organ condition. Because over 50,000 people in the United States and nearly 1 million people globally use Epidiolex, its clearance opens up a huge new market for the drug. Organogram Holdings Inc. It is a medicinal and recreational-based cannabis producer headquartered in Canada that focuses on creating indoor-grown, high-quality cannabis. Organogram Inc., a cannabis-oriented firm, and the Edibles and Infusions Corp., cannabis-imbued products and confectionery manufacturer, are both owned by it. The Indie, Edison Cannabis Co., and Trailblazer are some of the company's brands. Organogram's stock is also listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Laurentian Organic Inc., a leading cannabis-producing firm, was recently bought by Organogram for around $28 million. It will also get an earnout if certain EBITDA levels are met by Laurentian Organic this year and next year. Momentum investment in the marijuana industry. Momentum investing is a factor-based investment approach in which you buy a stock that has increased in price faster than the market as a whole. Stocks that have outperformed the market, according to momentum investors, will frequently continue to do so since the characteristics that prompted them to thrive will not vanish overnight. In addition, more investors seeking profit from the stock's outperformance will frequently buy it, pushing the stock and driving up the price further higher. The stocks with the highest total return over the last 12 months are listed below. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from today's video. These are some prominent aspects of the marijuana industry and cannabis stocks that will help you decide better about investing in them. I hope they'll be helpful for you. If so, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and press the bell icon for more amazing content about wealth management and finance-related videos. Success is coming your way. Keep your doors open. See ya till the next time.